Hello and welcome to the 43rd Minute Review Show. Today we are going to be talking about Trance, the new film from Danny Boyle, starring James McAvoy, Rosario Dawson and Vincent Cassel. So let me just start by saying I'm a bit of a mega fan of Danny Boyle's films. Bit of a mega fan. But I will try and be as unbiased as possible, giving a very honest critique of the new film. So let me just start with a few pluses. Let's just say that this film is stunning in terms of cinematography. Sorry, that might have sounded a bit biased, but it is stunning in terms of cinematography. Anybody who's been a fan of Danny Boyle will know that he is very stylistic, and all of that is here. There are some things that you just don't see in other films, like shots from inside the pocket of somebody's trousers. It's entertaining, it's quick, and there's a lot of care and attention that goes into it. And there's also a shot at the end, some shots at the end of the film, close to the end, there's no spoilers, don't worry, where they're driving along a motorway and there's shots from above and they're all this orange tint and they're like vein-like melding together, and it's really quite gorgeous. I think you'll absolutely love it. But yes, from an editing and filming and cinematography perspective, it is a gorgeous looking film. But keep your head on you because the plot takes it all over the place. If you drift off to sleep or you go out to the toilet, you will probably wake up going, what on earth is going on? Okay, but that's not to say the plotline is complicated. It's just, it is all over the place. It's completely all over the place. It's a bit mad. And that brings us to one of the negative points of the film, is that although all the performances are very good in the film and everybody is believable and convincing and in telling this sort of mildly complicated, but you'll probably peg it story at the start, you will find that there are quite a few plot holes. Not Dark Knight Rises big, but pretty big. You will find that you might be like, the kind of rush and tie it all together at the end, that they kind of just go, oh, we'll throw in this old throwaway line at the end and that'll make that make sense. And it doesn't really. The story doesn't fall apart at the seams because of these plot holes. It's a bit like, wait a second, what was that again? Who was that? Wait, how did they get there? And so you will find that, but don't worry, the story does still make sense otherwise. But they are fairly big. Anyway, but yes, as I said, the performances are very good from everybody. James McAvoy gives a very convincing, unraveling character, and Vincent Cassel is charming as ever, and Rosario Dawson does a sterling job. Sterling job? Did I really say that? Anyway. Yes, so I think that one of the biggest draws to this film will be Danny Boyle himself. After the Olympics, in this country in particular, people will want to see what he does next because everybody was so chuffed with what he did at the Olympic Games. Also, his previous films will be a big draw too. Fans of the films and general public people will all want to come together and see this film, so I reckon it's going to be a big commercial success. The one thing I will say is that it's definitely not in my top 5 Danny Boyle films of all time. I will probably watch it again, but I wouldn't come back to it for like lengthy repeated times. I've seen some of his films like 5 times or 6 times and they never get boring, and I think that this film probably wouldn't have the same amount of lasting appeal. But aside from all of that, aside from the criticisms, I hope you remember all the good stuff. This film is a solid piece of work. It's enjoyable, it's a thrill ride, it's messed up, it's psychedelic, you'll probably love it. So from us, we are giving it a very worthy, if slightly curtailed off his triumphant film, other previous films, 4 out of 5. Please go and enjoy it. Check out below to see how we've graded it in our sections, and let us know what you think after you see it. Okay,